You don't want to hear it. Okay, so you guys, my mom moved down to Florida about 2001 to take care of her parents who had moved there in the 80s. And I went down and I visited her after my grandma had died. Her mother, who was my Irish granny, who both her and my grandfather were really active in the theater down there in Iowa in the 50s. My grandma had her own radio show. She smoked and she drank and she hated kids. She was so mean to kids. She had about 9 of them. I know who I take after. But it's like she had to be mean to you, and then when you got older and you would get drunk with her and play bridge with her, she was like totally nice. So, my kind of lady. Anyway, I went down to go visit Mom and Grandpa, and Grandpa had tickets to the theater that they used to do a lot of stuff with. And he was like, why don't we go to this matinee? It turns out that the theater produces plays that the locals have written. And I was like, I'm not missing this for the world. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's so good. There were 3 short plays that the theater actually produced. So we went to the plays, and I don't remember the first one, but the second one was called Welcome Home, Travis. Now, this was about the time of the second Iraq War. So this was like around 2003, 2005. We were in the midst of the fucking Iraq War that turned out to be, a total sham. So this is how the play went. This asshole named Travis comes back from the Iraq War, and he's moping around, he's a total dick. And then all of a sudden, he goes off stage, and you hear this loud pop. And you're like, oh my God, thank God that asshole's killing himself. I guess this show's gonna have a happy ending after all. And then he comes back on, and it was his girlfriend popping a bottle of champagne. And you're like, yay. Then this Iraqi woman runs on stage, which was really like a white Florida woman wearing a babushka with like a Mexican accent. She's like, Travis, don't worry, look, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm here in the United States. So after the play, you got to write comments about what you thought about the shows. And needless to say, I ripped Welcome Home, Travis a new one. Like, what was the point of going over to Iraq and deposing this dangerous dictator if the Iraqis were all coming over here? What's the point? So much so that my grandpa was like, are you finished yet? That wasn't the scariest part about the day. The scariest part about the day was being in a car with my grandpa driving for a half an hour to the theater and a half an hour back. And we got home and I said, Mom, Grandpa can't see and he really shouldn't be driving. And she said, I know. Senior driver, driving me out of my mind. Oh yeah, hold on tighter. Silently say, are we almost there now? Grandpa makes a hairpin turn, someone flips his bird. He don't seem to notice. He's like a bat out of hell, and you can't really tell if he sees the cars around us. Cause when he made that right turn, he went over the curb. He just created his own parking spot. Senior driver. My mom recently joined Facebook.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know how to do anything on there. You guys, she doesn't know how to do anything on Facebook. She'd be like, I added one of your friends. How come they're not accepting my friend request? I'm like, maybe because you don't have my last name. And they're like, we don't know who the hell Kathy Garner Popek is. Because my last name is DiCarlo, my father's name. I'm just like, maybe that's why. I don't know. But then something really weird started happening. So my friends were like, I think your mom got hacked on Facebook. She sent me a message on Messenger, and I'm like, yeah, well, she didn't know how to use that, so she definitely got hacked. But the thing was, it kept happening again and again and again and again. My mom keeps getting hacked on Facebook. It just keeps happening to her. Mom, pick a stronger password. My mom keeps getting hacked on Facebook. She messages you at 4 a.m. It means her account has got hacked again. Here's a post that mom writes on Facebook, so this is how you know it's her. I'm so glad friends don't have price tags. Otherwise, I'd never be able to afford the wonderful friends I have. I hear it's snowing somewhere, but that's none of my business because I live in Florida. I like to call that weather shaming. She does that a lot. She's a lot of weather shaming. Having a daughter is God's way of saying, I thought you could use a best friend. Change your password. Change your password. Change your password. My mom keeps getting hacked on Facebook. So, I guess the last thing to say about my mom is she's kind of upset because she's not a grandma. I chose not to have children because I didn't want any. That's a key thing here. I think that if you want a kid, you should have one, okay? But if you don't want it, you probably shouldn't have one. My bitch sister tried and failed, so she's much barren. So my mom was never our grandmother. And I'm like, Mom, do you really picture me raising a little kid? I mean, I can't start cleaning the house until like 4 or 5. What am I supposed to do with it? I mean, you know what though? I'm endlessly fascinated by babies in the dead baby graveyard. I don't know why, but I am fascinated by that. We couldn't get Neil Diamond. That's the other 70s crooner Mom liked a lot. We couldn't get Neil Diamond, so we rose Jim Croce for the dead, and I think he wants to sing a song for you.
Okay.
When Angela calls, I listen, and I get remarkable cell service in 1973, so I'm here. It's good to
That's
see
my
you.
mom. She's right there.
Right here.
It's good to see you.
It's funny that you read the lyrics when you wrote this.
You know, time travel, waking from the dead is